It is Saturday, April 9th in the NBA, and I'm back with my favorite plays. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Let's do a short recap from yesterday, a 1-2 day overall. We had Kyrie Irving go under. LaMelo Ball does clutch up, almost hits the over in the first half. And then we added Taylor Horton Tucker. He does go under. You got Kyrie shooting 7 for 22. THT going 4 for 16. Seem to be getting a lot of bad shooting nights from some guys recently, but that's why we haven't been forcing a lot of picks, especially not at the end of the regular season. We only actually have 2 more days. Tomorrow is the final day. We'll have some more plays again tomorrow, but we have some exciting things planned for the NBA playoffs. We're going to have some same-game parlays, some giveaways, so make sure if you aren't subscribed to the channel, you go down below, you click that subscribe button. We're closing in, trying to get to 40,000 subscribers, and we can't do it without you guys' support. So definitely go down below, hit that subscribe button, click that like button too. We really would appreciate it. As a reminder, our daily video for the MLB was posted last night, so definitely go check that out. I will link it in the description and link it at the top of the pinned comment section, so definitely go check it out. We've been 2-2 in the MLB, but we have been 2-0 on Nerfies, which are no-run first inning bets, so we'll have 2 more run lines, a player prop, and whatnot, so definitely go check that out. Shout out again to our COS All-Stars. We appreciate you guys all for supporting the channel. I can always say this every video, and I feel like I just beat a dead horse, but the COS All-Stars are really what gets me up early in the morning, and you'll understand why in a second, but we appreciate you guys all for supporting us. If you want to support us, it only costs $2.99 a month, and we really would appreciate it. So our newest All-Stars are Danny, King, Troller, we got Shane, we got Rusty, we got AV576, and Chentika. I hope I pronounced those right. Either way, we really appreciate you guys all for supporting us. I really mean it. Thank you guys again for supporting the Call on Our Shot community. Become a COS All-Stars. If you want to become an All-Star, click the join button on the channel or click the link in the description, or I'll probably put it in the pinned comment section. We definitely would appreciate it. Now, let's talk about today's video. We only have 4 games on in the NBA, and I have some bad news. There will be no official plays today. I just don't want to really force a play into today's video, and I want to talk about each game, so I have them kind of time-stamped of the time of when I talk about each game, but I really don't want to add a play today. Now, number 1, we don't have any play. We don't have any lines at the moment. But number 2, I'm going to be busy starting from 6:30 a.m. basically until the nighttime. I don't really want to add a play that's forced. I don't have a lot of time to research it. So if you're curious where I'll be going, there's a reason I'm wearing this shirt, because I will be at the Tampa Duck Race. My fiance actually runs it. So I'll be there volunteering. If you happen to live near the Tampa area and you want to go down to Curtis Hickson Park in downtown Tampa, I'll be volunteering from 10 to 1 wearing this exact same shirt. So we'd appreciate it. If you want to come, if you see me, come say hello. That is where I will be. I hope you guys understand why I don't got any official plays today. So no added plays like we normally do. We'll just kind of have no plays on Saturday. We'll be back for some more plays on Sunday. So without further ado, let's start talking about some NBA basketball, though I won't be adding any plays. Let's talk about the games. We'll start with the Pacers versus 76ers. Now, and I look at this game just from like an immediate kind of thing. I would lean Joel Embiid's over in points. Now, the only thing is we don't really know if Joel Embiid's going to be playing today. We don't know if really any guy's going to be playing today, because there's only a couple teams that have 2 games on, and the Sixers are one of them. They obviously played today, and then they play again on Sunday against the Pistons, I believe. So I don't see Joel Embiid playing both games, but maybe he finishes the regular season here with a game against the Pacers. You could probably same-game parlay Joel Embiid, get like 30 points and 10 rebounds. I mean, I think he easily gets that. He just dropped 45 on the Pacers just a couple games ago, and that was on the road. Now, the spread is 14.5, so you got a super big spread, and I don't necessarily know if the Sixers cover that spread, just because I don't necessarily know who's exactly playing for him today, but kind of like the under 235 points. It seems super high. I know the Pacers don't play a lot of defense, but it's an early Saturday. I believe the tip-off's like 1 a.m., or not 1 a.m., 1 p.m., so I kind of lean the under in this one, but like I said, you sometimes see in Saturday early afternoon games, teams come out a little bit slow, come out a little bit lazy. Well, it might lead to not a lot of defense. Normally their legs aren't warmed up, so you might see not a lot of points scored in this one. So Joel Embiid over in points, and probably the under 235 would be my leans. Like I said, not going to add them as official plays. You guys do your research. I don't necessarily know if I'd force any plays on a Saturday slate. We might have some plays. We'll definitely have a play or 2 on Sunday, so definitely check out that video. Now, let's move on to the second game, Pelicans versus Grizzlies, and Ja Morant is back, or at least he's could be back. He's questionable. That's why I checked him on the thumbnail for today's video, because he could be back today, and for that reason, I lean the Grizzlies minus the 5.5 points. Now, when I look at the Grizzlies team, this is a team that tries pretty hard every single night. And while they have been a little bit up and down, I think they got blown out their last game against the Nuggets. I look at both these two teams. They got really nothing to gain here, but we have a Grizzlies team that is at home. So basically, I'm just going to ride with the home team in this one. Now, the Pelicans, they could have their guys back, but Pelicans have nowhere to go. They're the 9 seed. They're not moving anywhere. They're not going up to the 8 seed. They're not going down to the 10 seed. They're stuck there. And while they might launch Brandon Ingram into tonight's game, I don't see them playing a lot of minutes. So I lean the Grizzlies to cover that 5.5 points. Now, John Morant should be back, and even if he isn't, I still think they can get it done. They'll probably want to show out for the fans for one of their final games of the season. If I had to pick a player prop, look at Herb Jones under in points. Now, his line was 12.5 last game, and I doubt it's that high today. He has struggled. It's like 9 and 8 points his last 2 games. I don't mind the under for him. Now, he really hasn't been he's not a big scorer, and if you could see the Pelicans resting some starters, Herb Jones would be one of those guys because he's a premier defender, and while they might throw him maybe on John Morant tonight because that's what they normally do, put him on the opposing team's star player, I'm just not a big fan of Herb Jones. I love Herb Jones. He's the straitjacket, but I don't like him really offensively tonight. If Brandon Ingram isn't active, his line will go up, obviously, and so I just don't really love him tonight. I don't see him playing a ton of minutes, so I lean his under in points. Maybe he gets motivated. If this motivates Herb Jones, thanks for watching the videos. But like I said, not adding a play in that one, but those are just my 2 things I'm kind of looking at. Now, if we go to the Warriors versus Spurs game, I lean Jordan Poole over in assists. Now, no Klay Thompson at the moment, and normally that leads to Poole having a little bit more shot attempts, but also running the offense a little bit more. Now, Draymond Green, not announced out as of yet, but I don't necessarily expect him to play a big load of minutes today, especially because I don't know if they play tomorrow, but I imagine they do. I think almost every team plays on Sunday. But Jordan Poole over in assists, he normally averages more assists once Klay Thompson goes out. He had, I think, 11 assists in their last game. He didn't necessarily shoot a ton. He had 19 points. I know a lot of people got burned by asking him to score 20 plus, and no, he didn't get near. He had 19 points, really right on the hook for a lot of people. And I know that pained a lot of people on Twitter, but still, I lean his over in assists. And then obviously I'm going to be taking the Warriors minus the 6.5. The Spurs, like the Grizzlies, like the Pelicans, they're stuck at the 10 seed. They're not going anywhere. They're out DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Jakob Poeltl. They're out all these guys. I also don't mind maybe a Zach Collins rebound. He's been averaging a lot of rebound chances. They can get it done against this Warriors team that likely won't play their guys a ton of minutes, and Zach Collins has been pretty good for the Spurs so far. I think he's going to be one of their only big men left today, so I think Zach Collins, a guy that's pretty good at rebounding, and a guy that averages a good rebound percentage when he has got a lot of rebound chances, so maybe take a look at Zach Collins' rebounds. Not necessarily sure we'll get a line. Now, I think if I were to add a play, and I'm not going to, but if I were to, I think it would be in this game, the Clippers versus the Kings. Be going back to our man Damian Jones over in PRAs and Davion Mitchell over in assists. Now, these kind of go hand in hand. There's really, you have the Clippers. Yeah, no, they're really not going to try all too much here. The Clippers got nothing else to gain. I believe they are the 8 seed locked in that one, and that's also why I lean the Kings plus 11.5. But there's no reason for the Clippers to try, and the Clippers have been really bad against opposing centers, so that's why I kind of lean Damian Jones over in PRAs. This guy playing for a contract this offseason, so he's going to come out and play a lot of minutes. Alvin Gentry will play him his minutes just because the guy wants to go out there and get a contract. Alex Len also out for the Kings, so I expect we see Davion Mitchell kind of feeding it to Damian Jones. We've seen them have a pretty good 2-man game. A little bit of pick and roll. Damian Jones rolling to the rim, kind of putting it in, layups, dunks, you name it. We saw Davion Mitchell have, like 15, 17 assists in the last game. I imagine the line's up to like 8.5, 9.5 today, but I think he can get that, even though the coach said, or Alvin Gentry said, yeah, we're not going to play him a ton of minutes. Then he went out and played 40 minutes, which that's the NBA for you. So if I were to add a play, it'd probably be one of those two guys, just because I think Damian Jones will get a floor. He'll get a pretty high floor in minutes with no Alex Len, and this is a guy that's playing for a contract. I don't see Alvin Gentry saying, you know what, we should rest you a little bit. I don't see that happening, but if I were to add any plays, those guys would be probably it. The Kings plus 11.5 is total dart throw. I won't put any money on that, but that is, if you needed a spread lean, that's who I would run with. But those are the 4 games we got in the NBA. Sorry we don't have any official plays today. Really don't want to force anything in tonight's game. So I appreciate you guys. If I do see you at the duck race from 10 to 1 on Saturday morning at the Curtis Sixon Park in downtown Tampa, I would appreciate it, and I'll definitely say hello to you guys. But I appreciate you guys again for being loyal supporters to the Calling Our Shot community. We can't do it without you guys. We also are uploading again the podcasts or these videos as podcasts, so definitely go check that out wherever you get your podcasts. We have an exciting announcement for those podcast listeners too. But without further ado, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys again. If you want to become a COS All-Star, you know what to do. Thank you guys again. We will see you guys in the next one. I'll definitely have a play on Sunday because it's the final day of the regular season. Of course, we'll do something. And we have some 30,000 subscriber parlays coming for you guys. Maybe they're home run parlays. Maybe we have something in the NBA. I don't know. We'll do something for you guys because we appreciate you guys all for supporting the channel. But it's been awesome. Go check out the MLB video. It is on the screen. We cashed our parlay of the day yesterday, which is exciting. But without further ado, I appreciate you guys again. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Thank you again for 30,000 subscribers. And I will see you guys on Sunday morning. Peace out.